Hey, welcome to another League of Pioneer, playing some Jeskai Super Friends. And yeah, this deck's been performing well for me since Ikoria came out, even despite not having a companion and playing against a whole bunch of people that have them. Alright, let's see how this goes. Opponent on Lurrus of the Dream Den. I have some Clarions, got some Scrying going on. Teferi, yeah, this looks pretty good. I like the setup against most Lurrus decks. Forest, so is this black-green Lurrus? Scales? So I'm going to play 2 tap lands. So I'm going to play the Temple of Epiphany next turn so that I have the greatest amount of information available to me when I decide to do my scrying. Green, white, Season of Growth. Weird. I wonder what this is. Like some green-white Bogles type thing? Do I want... Yeah, Jace is probably good. Yeah, I don't recognize this deck. It's the first time I've played against it. Helm of the Gods, so it's some kind of Bogles thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and go white, blue, 1. Let's just bounce the Season of Growth. Slow my opponent down just a little bit. Playing Season and Shadow Spear. It seems like this guy just doesn't have a creature. I was gonna play Jace, but I think Narset and making it so that my opponent can't draw extra cards off the Season of Growth sounds pretty good to me. And green-white isn't exactly a color pair that screams haste to me. Alright, Fire's Invention is perfect. And Ardenvale. Nah, I think I can do better than Ardenvale. My opponent concedes. Okay, well that was kind of a pathetic showing. So Clarion, Verdict. Cut a couple Shark Typhoons. Probably should be good. I don't want to overboard. Ugh. This hand does need lands. I can run out a Fae of Wishes as an early blocker, but I think I should keep this, but it's kind of iffy. The real question is whether or not he's got a whole bunch of hexproof creatures. Second Gideon is definitely not something I wanted to draw here. So it is hexproofs. Well, if I don't draw another land, I will probably be losing this game in short order. Okay, now's where I really need an untapped white or red source. Really need it. Or I could draw another Jace. Okay. Well, that's probably the game. Missing on land 3 times is hard to come back from. And now my Deafening Clarions don't work. So now I need 2 lands, not just 1, in order to kill that. At least my opponent does seem to be running out of gas, although I'm continuing to just not draw lands, so... I think I start throwing bodies in front of that thing next turn. Really, I have to get myself up to Supreme Verdict. So, get any of the trials, make an emblem. To kill one of the Fave Wishes. Okay. Another Gideon, plus on the Warrior. Well, I mean, really, this game comes down to 1 land and 6 draw steps. And I think if I had been able to draw more lands, I would have been able to... definitely been able to win. See, if I block, then Gideon's going down to 1. Which gives me 1 more turn. Finally. So, white, blue, and 1. Does my opponent have the indestructible card? No. Alright. Don't care about trying to clock my opponent from 48. I'd rather just build up the loyalty on Gideon. Now, I imagine my opponent goes Lurrus and then replays a thing. Basara, Tower Archer, sure. I think, regrettably, I need to run out this Clarion now. When my opponent goes Lurrus, I'll Narset to kill it, I think. More Bogles. Playing Sentinel's Eyes, I think. Yep. think from here, I want to play Jace and Uptick, which presents the largest threat to my opponent's being able to kill one of my, like, it's going to make it harder for him to kill Gideon or Jace, since now he needs 2 pump spells to get Glade Cover Scout big enough to kill Gideon. So there, this is going to be the Lurrus. And then probably Cartouche. Yeah. So I need a sweeper. I could dig pretty well with it, for it. Or I can just draw it. So let's go ahead and go -2. And then I'll take Interplanar Beacon and Clarion. Go Beacon, blue-white, red-white, Narset, plus get myself some white, blue, that, Verdict. And now I feel pretty good about my spot in this game. I mean, sure, my opponent has a Shadow Spear, but I have 3 walkers in play and 2 more in hand, and a sweeper. Should lock up. I don't think my opponent's deck is as good as the black-white Lurrus versions that are running around. It just seems a lot weaker, focused too much on the hexproof aspect of its creatures, and yeah. Alright, see you next match.